you pay me this, or he started creating a ruckus there. It was a peak of recession, so that was a complete backstab, where we support somebody and immediately they are able to climb the bridge. The next thing they try to do is stab you from back. So it's something that really hurt me, the amount of backstabbing that she is going to do to me. And I gave her this account, my personal account details. Hello everyone, welcome back to another topic discussions. So today I wanted to discuss, as I discussed in my previous video, I just want to handle this week with very light topics. I do not want to spend too much time thinking, analyzing and researching. So I thought let me go for some personal experiences to share here. I think people might find it interesting, people's stories and their experiences are always interesting to listen to. At least I enjoy listening to other people's experiences. So I thought, why not share one of my experiences? So I think I have shared a couple of my experiences at least 4 years ago in tiny little snippets of my life. You can check them out. I'll share the link below. So do check them out. And so this is about a story of, I was traveling to India as part of work. And me and my colleagues, we were in Hyderabad. I think the city was Hyderabad, yeah. And there was a small incident which I still remember very clearly. And this is some of the pictures of me traveling with a colleague. And she's basically from a different country. She's not an Indian national, and I believe that was the first trip. And so we were traveling. We were there for a couple of days, I think a week or so in India, and Hyderabad. We were there for 1 or 2 days. I'll just share a couple of pictures so you guys can see. And this happened years ago, okay, so many years ago. And I thought it'll be interesting to share the experience and the story here. So what happened was, like, we were staying in Banjara Hills and in a very famous hotel there. And due to some rain or some traffic issue happening in that area, we were supposed to have a meeting with a huge crowd of people, but did not happen because of some rain weather forecasting or something like that. It got cancelled, and our days got extended, and we didn't carry enough clothes. So we decided to get some more clothes because we didn't have time to for the laundry or anything, because our flight was the same night, and we wanted some extra clothes because of the extended travel itinerary. So we decided to go shopping. And whenever in India, I enjoy traveling by the auto, the tuk-tuk or whatever we call. In India we call it as auto. So we decided to take an auto, and I requested the hotel staff to get us an auto. Nearby we can see outside the hotel there will be always the services available, and even outside this hotel also the services were available, and they brought us a vehicle. And we just wanted to cross the road, that's it. We were not planning to go anywhere far, because of course there was this weather issue and the travel, there was a forecast asking not to travel to far off places. So we just wanted to cross the street from the hotel and go to there was a couple of shops that we saw that we could shop from. So we can see from the hotel itself, we can see the shops nearby, like a couple of, I think it was West Side, those kind of shops were available in just across the street. So but to go there for walking, it was tough because of too much crowded. It was highly crowded area, and so we decided to go by the vehicle. Just they can drop us there and we can get back quickly. And the car park, when we took the car, we will have to go for the parking and find the parking lot. So we didn't want to waste a lot of time, and we decided to go by the auto. So these people brought us the vehicle. We got into the auto, we took the pictures, and we were like, okay, we were like 2 females. I don't know, probably the auto person thought that both of us were not Indians, and we were not aware of, because we both were talking in English. Maybe he thought that we are not Indians. And my colleague, the person who was accompanying me, looked completely non-Indian. So probably the person thought that we are not Indians, and I don't know whatever his thinking was. But when I saw the auto, like in Kerala, we drive auto whenever we want to go to a nearby place and we don't want to look for parking. We catch an auto and we go, so which is much more convenient. They can drop us off and come back quickly. If we want to save a lot of time by avoiding parking, we of course go for auto, and it's generally very clean, and the drivers are all very well they represent themselves as very neat and clean. So when I saw this driver, and they're supposed to have a uniform, the government has stipulated specific uniforms for the auto drivers. So this person didn't have any uniform or anything. So I had this I don't know, I had an uneasy feeling because I didn't see a proper uniform, and the vehicle was not well kept or something like that. It was a little shabby compared to what I'm used to. So I felt a little uneasy, but still I had to go, and we were running short on time and I didn't have much time to look for alternatives. So we decided, okay, let's go and finish the job and come back quickly. Now what happened was, like, we reached the place, it's just across the street, okay, it's not very far. Just across the street. And then what happened was, like, the guy dropped us in front of that I think it was 2-story building or something, with the west side, and the big it was a pretty huge showroom. So I don't know, probably this guy thought that, okay, these people like have a lot of money and I can get much more money than what I deserve. So he was like he asked money, like, actually it is not even 100 rupee travel as far as I know. So even if it was double also, no problem. In 200 rupees also is not required. Just across the street we can see the thing from our place, and it's actually just a walkable distance. And I didn't want my colleague who is from a different country to poor thing make a walk in the hot sun, in the heat. So I was like, okay, let me, and she wanted to experience the auto ride, the tuk-tuk ride in India. So that was my decision to take her along. Unfortunately, this guy dropped us there, and for the 100 rupee ride, he was asking 600 rupees as the payment, okay? So I was like shocked, and I was like, 600 rupees from just to cross the road? And he was like, you pay me this, or he started creating a ruckus there. I don't know why. So we got scared. He started hitting we were just asked him like 600, and he started hitting the auto, and I don't know, he was he intoxicated or something? I do not know. And he started creating a ruckus. So immediately there was a security there, and he came and said, you may go inside, I'll take care of this. Then I told him, like, whatever you need, please come and communicate to me. I need to know what is going on and what he wants. So he was like, okay, I'll let you know. Then I saw, the showroom is glass showroom, and I can see what is going on outside. So I was watching like what is going on while shopping in the shop. Then after at least for half an hour, these guys were like, like all the fight, and that guy was almost I could see that guy was almost going to hit the security guard and all that, he was really creating a ruckus. And then when I saw him, he was going to about hit the security guard. I shouted from there saying that stop, and I asked the security guy to come in, and I told him we'll give him whatever he wants. And I gave him the 600 rupees for this one-way ride, and I asked the security guy to please pay this guy, let him go, we don't want any ruckus here, let him go. So it was not even 100 rupees ride, it was hardly 50 rupees ride, and still we paid him how many times more? So many times more than what was required. But I didn't feel bad, I didn't feel bad that he charged us so much more than what is required, or I didn't feel duped or scammed. I just felt sorry for this guy, and I was okay with paying him more because he actually looked underprivileged and intoxicated or whatever, and maybe he's going to spend the money on the intoxication stuff or whatever, I don't know. But the bottom line, what I felt is I didn't feel sad, I didn't feel scared, I didn't feel scammed. because internally somewhere I knew that this person cannot be trusted. I knew that maybe something bad might happen, and safety is much more important than getting scammed or duped, So I didn't feel anything at all. I was like, okay, you want to take this money, please take it and leave. So I didn't feel. So why the feelings is important is, there were two other instances where I was scammed by two different people, and these two people were Malayalis. Okay, this is a story I've shared previously, but I want to share this as part of this again. These two people, one person is a man from Kerala. And I know this person from the time I started my career. I know this person. Let's call this person as JK. Okay, and this person, maybe a Jaswant Kumar or something like that. Okay, so this JK, I used to interact him on a professional scale, and when you know the people for 5-10 years, you know, okay, this person is there, and you try to, even if you do not trust them 10%, at least you build an acquaintance feeling, like you don't expect them to backstab you at the any moment they get. So then what happened was, like, I knew this person for at least around 5, 6, 7 years. I have known this person. And after, what happened was, like, after 5 or 6 years, this person was working for a very huge organization, and they were shutting down, they were reducing the manpower, and he tried to relocate, he tried to get another job. It was the peak of recession, remember the 2008 recession time, and many organizations were shut down, and as part of that, as due to the recession impacting many organizations and the market as a whole, even he was impacted. And then he called me and he said that, I'm leaving to India, I have no other option. We have no other choice. I have to make a decision very quickly. If you have something, please do help me out. Otherwise, I have to say goodbye to the place, and I have to leave the place forever. So I felt really, really sorry for him, because he has been an acquaintance for 4-5 years. I've known him for so long, and I actually felt sorry and empathetic for him. And I spoke to a client of ours, because we were acting as business consultants for various organizations. And so there was a huge client who were recruiting at that time. Not recruiting specifically, one of the person of our client, they were going for a vacation, and they wanted a person to handle the administration work in that when their current staff was going on vacation. So I spoke to the client and arranged the interview and everything. So as soon as this JK got the job, on a client side, what JK did was, like, he told the client that I will save you this money, we need not pay the consultants, we'll save it. Probably he just wanted to show himself as trying to help the company. The company was not financially undergoing any trouble or anything like that. He just had to take care of the job or be just professional. But I don't know, maybe he just joined and he was going through a lot of problem financially and on the verge of losing job, career, life, everything. And when he got when he got a rope to hold on, he was trying hard to hold on to the rope, or what, I don't know. But in trying to hang on to the rope, he was throwing our efforts under the bridge. All the effort that me and my team put in to make him get a job, he was trying to put them under the bridge, by making us, banking his company not to pay us. And, so that was a complete backstab. I was like really, really shocked. But I could also understand the other side, that probably he was trying to establish himself as a good, good asset to his organization. But by stabbing behind the people who actually helped you when you needed them the most, I don't think that's a good kind of, business acumen. But this we see We see this part of business everywhere. We just help somebody or we support somebody, and immediately they are able to climb the bridge. The next thing they try to do is stab you from back. So we have seen it a lot. So it didn't come as a shock for me, but from coming from him, it was a shock for me. I didn't expect him to be that kind of a characteristic person with that kind of characteristics. So it came as a big shock for me because it came from him. But anyway, that is life. We learn and we understand and we move on. But luckily, we were so professional enough and we spoke to the client and we provided them. What he said basically was like, we know these people, each other. They were acquaintances, but they didn't know this position was available, or the client did not know that this person was available, and he did not know that the client had a vacancy in their organization. So our consultancy helped him understand that there is a vacancy in this particular space. So, and we told the client that there is a person like this available, so why don't you interview him and understand if he's a fitment. So we acted as a bridge between the company and the candidate to get a job, and we helped the company get a good candidate. That is, we thought he was a good candidate till then. So this is what happened, you know. But they were acquaintances before this incident. But then he said that, oh no, we know each other earlier and we need not pay you because we know each other. But that doesn't mean that they are not supposed to pay us, because we arranged so many interviews for the specific position, and we arranged senior position interviews, everything. You know, it was not a single round interview. There were so many tests and interviews involved, the final rounds with the management team. All those interviews, our team was working and making arrangements and talking, communicating on negotiations, on packages. All these efforts were done by our team, and then this person JK is saying that no, we will not pay them. So that came as a big shock to us. But nevertheless, we negotiated with the client. We showed them the efforts that was put in by our team and made them understand that they need to keep up the word or the contract which they signed with the consultancy. So this was this incident. It didn't impact me as much as the next incident. Again, because this is business, this is purely professional. There are bound to be mishaps. There are at least I do not trust anybody 100% in when I'm doing business with people. But I do keep a certain amount of trust on people, because without trust we cannot handle any kind of business. But there can be a gap for errors. Nobody is going to be perfect. People are going to do what they want to do on how to make the money, or how to retain their job, how to retain their positions, how they're going to hanging on to their careers. You know, people are going to make so many different kinds of decisions, and I do not have any control on other people's decisions and what kind of choices other people are going to make with their career or their life. So I felt bad because I did not expect him to be that kind of a person. But then that's how some people are, and I was like okay with it. And I was like, okay, fine, this is how you want to handle it, fine, I'm okay with it. And I just moved on, and he also moved on, and there was no communication with regard to this later. And I just said hi, hello, that's it. Not much communication after that, like how we used to, like how when he was without a job, he used to call me every other day and ask me if you can find a job and all that. And once he got the job, he was like, okay, he forgot everything, and he was trying to save his seat or save his company wherever he felt the importance of. Now the third incident is something that really hurt me. Okay, and this involves a Mallu from my own state, a female. Okay, and this person, I did not expect at all the amount of backstabbing that she was going to do to me. This came as an utter shock, one of the biggest shocks of my life. So I came across, I met her through one of the acquaintances, and she had a child, very small child, and she said she's new to the place and she didn't have much contacts or acquaintances or friends. and she said that she was struggling with a lot of things and so many problems, and I don't know, she gave me a very sob story. Okay, she told me so many sob stories, and I, of course, seeing a woman cry and with a small child, my heart just melted away, and I'm like, I'm there to help you, I'll help you in every manner possible. Oh God, how dumb I was. What are the biggest dumbest things that I've done is to trust people. The biggest dumbest things of my life, if you ask me which are the dumbest things of my life, that is to trust some people which are not to be trusted. And this is one of that scenarios. Okay, so she gave me the sob story, and immediately I melted away, and I was like, you need anything, you call me, I'll help you. Don't cry, don't get worried, stop worrying, your child will be taken care of, you will be taken care of, everything. Okay, I was okay. I left the thing, and then after a couple of days, she called me. She wanted, okay, I don't want to give the entire details. Let's call her Manju Prasad. Okay, MP Manju Prasad. Okay, so MP we'll call her. So she used to send me messages on WhatsApp, and just hi, hello, all that was going. And one of the days, she called me and said that she wanted certain details, okay, some confidential details to get admission in a specific institute. And actually people do not give this, and only to relatives we are supposed to give this specific account details of this admission process. Okay, my heart was melted. This poor lady, she wanted help, she had a child, I am here to help you, don't feel bad, all those things were going on. And I gave her this account, my personal account details for the admission process. I gave her, I left it. I didn't think of anything more than what I had to think. Okay, then a couple of months went by, 2-3 months went by. I'm trying to log into the account. I was able to log in. I was not receiving any mail from this specific institution. So I was wondering what is going on, why I'm not able to receive any details. Then I logged in to see what is going on, why I'm not receiving any updates from this institute. Then I realized that all my details, all my personal details, my address, my phone number, my email, my everything has been replaced with that female's details, with that woman's details, with that lady's details. I was like shocked. I was like, oh my God, what is going on? And it is very sensitive, and it can be considered as a criminal offense, because a person's entire details has been replaced by somebody else's details. Like for example, I have my parents and my home address. That my parents' names has been replaced by some other people's names. My home address has been replaced by another person's, whosever home address has been added there. It's like my parents are not my parents, it's somebody else's parents. My address is not my address, it's somebody else's address. I don't know, it came as a shock or a blow on my face. I just couldn't handle it. I got the shock of my life. I saw this, and immediately I was like calling this person, what are you doing? What did you do with my account details? What did you do? And she's like, what? I don't know. I mean, like, she was trying to pretend she didn't know, or she's very naive. Oh my God, I lost it. I lost it because it was not hurt. It was not anger. It was the trust, the trust I had put in this person. The blind trust that I put in that person, that was broken. That was the feeling that was overflowing from me. It was not what she did, it was not what happened, it was not the consequences, it was not the damages, but the trust that was broken. Why I trusted this person so much, that she broke the whole trust factor that I had put in her. So it just flowed, my emotion just flowed out in such a manner that I can't even think of. And it's basically a form of heartbreak, you know. You trust somebody so much and you turn around and you see it's like the person has, you know, is 360-degree a different person or a different action that you did not anticipate at all. Like the other two instances, at least the first person I did not trust at all. The first instance, I did not trust this person at all. So I was okay. Okay, you are scamming me. Fine, take my money and please leave. The second person, I was okay. He was trying to survive. I don't know. Maybe I did not trust him as much as I trusted the third person. And I didn't have any emotion associated with that incident. I felt bad. Yes. Did I have any emotion to show the person? No, because my emotion was not invested in that situation. But this third incident, things just blurted out of my mouth because I trusted this person. So what happens? This is sometimes all these things we have to see and we learn. And then I understood why I reacted in this manner in the third incident and why I did not react in the other two incidents, because I did not trust. Third instant, I reacted because I trusted. If I hadn't trusted that person, I wouldn't react. I would be like, okay, I expected you to scam me and you scammed me. Or I thought you may do this bad thing to me and you did that, and I'm okay with it because I was expecting this only from you. But when you trust 100% and then you get the blow, it's a huge blow, and I still carry that blow even till now, because I still blame me for trusting the person, not because that person did this or the people did that. I blame me for trusting the people who are not worthy of trusting. So I hope you enjoyed these stories here. And as always, thank you for spending your time here. Until we meet next time. Thank you and bye-bye.